Raiders fans, buckle up because we are diving deep into the latest developments surrounding the Las Vegas Raiders, and there is plenty to unpack. The quarterback situation has dominated headlines for weeks, and rightfully so. The uncertainty around who will lead this team in the year of 2026 has left fans on edge, while management continues to evaluate every potential route. The departure of Geno Smith has only intensified the conversation, with the team now facing a clean slate at the most crucial position in football. From deleted social media accounts to whispered intentions of leaving, Geno's exit, while unsurprising to those following the inner workings of the team, has sent a clear message that the Raiders must move quickly to define their future quarterback. This transition period is not just about replacing a player. It is about setting the tone for the organization and establishing a foundation that could impact the franchise for the next decade. The process of finding a franchise quarterback requires weighing every option carefully. The Raiders have the luxury of the number 1 overall pick, a tool that comes with immense pressure, but also the potential to change the trajectory of the team. Yet, simply selecting a player because of draft position is not enough. The front office must consider the fit between the quarterback and the coaching staff, the surrounding talent, and the offensive scheme that will maximize the team's strengths. Past coaching decisions and coordinators' philosophies all play a role in this equation. A quarterback does not operate in a vacuum, and the Raiders' leadership understands that a holistic approach is essential to avoid repeating mistakes of the past. The era of rolling with short-term fixes and stopgap solutions, as was the case with previous quarterbacks, must end if this team wants to compete at the highest level. Looking at potential candidates, the Raiders are examining every avenue from seasoned free agents to emerging draft prospects. Free agent quarterbacks like Malik Willis present an intriguing option. While he would command a significant contract, the appeal lies in the ability to bring in a player with professional experience who could immediately compete for the starting job. His mobility and skill set could complement a strong offensive line and dynamic playmakers, creating opportunities for explosive plays. Yet, committing to a free agent also carries risk, particularly if it involves trading away the top pick or other valuable assets. It is a delicate balancing act, requiring a calculated assessment of both immediate and long-term implications for the team's success. Beyond free agents, draft prospects offer a different kind of opportunity, one that could define the franchise for years. Names like Dante Moore, Fernando Mendoza, and Jalen Milroe dominate the conversation. Each player brings a unique skill set, with differences in passing accuracy, mobility, leadership, and mental toughness. Evaluating these athletes goes far beyond statistics and highlight reels. It involves projecting how they will develop within the Raiders' offensive system, how they will handle pressure, and how they will elevate the players around them. Fernando Mendoza, in particular, has emerged as a leading target for the franchise, combining exceptional accuracy with the intangible qualities that often separate elite quarterbacks from merely good ones. His potential to lead a high-powered offense alongside players like Ashton Jenney and Brock Bowers makes him a tantalizing prospect for the Raiders' front office and fan base alike. The quarterback search also intersects with coaching decisions. The Raiders have reportedly requested interviews with top offensive-minded coaches who could shape the development of the next leader under center. The connection between a quarterback and the head coach cannot be overstated. Finding the right coach who can maximize a quarterback's strengths and implement a scheme suited to their abilities is just as critical as the player selection itself. Whether it involves a coach with experience at the professional level or someone with a proven track record in developing college quarterbacks, the Raiders are aware that this pairing could be the difference between mediocrity and contention. The new coaching hire will influence whether the team pursues a veteran free agent or commits to a rookie who may need time to mature into the role. As the Raiders navigate this pivotal offseason, the stakes have never been higher. Fans are demanding clarity, and the organization must deliver a quarterback plan that inspires confidence while maintaining flexibility. The team cannot afford to cling to outdated strategies or limit itself to a single path. The ideal scenario balances immediate competitiveness with the long-term goal of establishing sustained success. This means exploring trades, free agency, and the draft with equal diligence, ensuring that no stone is left unturned in the pursuit of a franchise quarterback capable of turning the Raiders into perennial playoff contenders. Every decision made during this period will resonate for years, shaping the culture, identity, and reputation of Las Vegas football. Quarterback evaluations also extend beyond talent alone. Leadership qualities, resilience, and the ability to thrive under pressure are all non-negotiable traits. The Raiders need a player who not only makes throws on the field, but commands respect in the locker room and drives the team's mentality. This has been a challenge in recent seasons, as inconsistent quarterback play has hindered the development of young talent and limited the team's ability to execute a cohesive strategy. Identifying a player who can combine skill with character is a non-trivial task, but one that the organization recognizes as essential to long-term success. It is this careful assessment, grounded in experience and insight, that will ultimately guide the Raiders toward the right decision. Every potential quarterback option brings a different narrative and set of considerations. From Lamar Jackson's dynamic playmaking ability and proven MVP-level talent to younger prospects with untapped potential, the Raiders must weigh the benefits and drawbacks of each path. The strategic implications of each choice are vast. Selecting a high-profile veteran might bring immediate credibility and performance, but it could also limit the flexibility of the roster and salary cap. Choosing a young prospect may entail growing pains, but could yield a transformative player for the next decade. Management must balance these factors with the expectations of the fan base, the team's competitive window, and the broader vision for the franchise. In this moment of transition, one thing is clear. The Raiders are actively shaping their future. The team cannot afford to repeat mistakes of the past, and every decision regarding the quarterback position will set the tone for years to come. Whether through the draft, a trade, or a free agency, the organization must approach this pivotal choice with strategy, foresight, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. The quarterback position has always been the heartbeat of any franchise, and for the Las Vegas Raiders, finding the right leader under center will define the next era of football in the silver and black. Now, as we move deeper into the quarterback discussion for the Las Vegas Raiders, it becomes clear that this is about more than just filling a position. It is about building a foundation that can elevate the entire organization. The Raiders have struggled in recent seasons with inconsistent play, coaching changes, and a lack of continuity at the most critical position in football. Identifying the right quarterback is not simply about who can throw the ball the farthest or run the fastest. It is about who can inspire teammates, withstand pressure, make smart decisions under duress, and ultimately transform the culture of the franchise. In that regard, the top-tier prospects and free agent options all bring something different to the table, creating a complex decision-making process that requires careful consideration and strategic foresight. One of the names that continues to surface in discussions is Dante Moore, the quarterback from Oregon. Moore represents a fascinating blend of poise, accuracy, and football IQ. Watching his tape, it is evident that he has the ability to read defenses, make quick adjustments at the line of scrimmage, and maintain composure even in high-pressure situations. What makes Moore particularly intriguing for the Raiders is how well he could fit with the existing offensive weapons. Players like Brock Bowers and Ashton Jenney provide a dynamic skill set, and pairing them with a quarterback capable of making precise, calculated decisions could lead to an explosive offensive scheme. Moore's potential upside is significant, though, like any young quarterback, there are questions about consistency and adapting to the speed and complexity of the professional game. Nevertheless, the Raiders will be looking at a prospect who could become the centerpiece of their long-term plan. Fernando Mendoza, on the other hand, has captured the imagination of Raiders fans and analysts alike. Mendoza combines accuracy, arm strength, and a sharp understanding of offensive concepts that could allow him to step in and contribute immediately. Beyond his physical talents, Mendoza possesses a rare intangibles package: leadership, toughness, and the ability to elevate the players around him. His success at Indiana demonstrated not only his skill as a passer, but also his ability to lead a team effectively. For a franchise that has struggled to find stability at quarterback, Mendoza represents more than a talent acquisition. He represents the potential to transform the identity of the team. His skill set could mesh perfectly with the Raiders' young core, creating a balanced attack that challenges defenses at every level. Then, there is the ever-enticing possibility of Lamar Jackson. While acquiring a quarterback of his caliber involves complexities, including a no-trade clause and significant financial commitment, the upside is undeniable. Jackson brings a combination of speed, agility, and football intelligence that few quarterbacks in the league can match. Pairing him with the Raiders' talented offensive roster could turn the team into an instant contender, elevating not just the offense but the entire franchise. The question, however, lies in feasibility. Jackson's situation with the Ravens and his contractual guarantees complicate the picture, making him a potential ideal scenario rather than a straightforward option. Yet, for an organization aiming to compete at the highest level immediately, entertaining such a possibility remains part of the strategic conversation. Malik Willis, as a top free agent target, also cannot be overlooked. His professional experience, combined with mobility and playmaking ability, offers an attractive alternative if the Raiders choose not to draft a quarterback. While his price tag may be high, Willis provides an experienced option who could potentially step in and stabilize the position. Free agent acquisitions like Willis require careful evaluation, particularly regarding fit with the coaching philosophy and long-term vision for the team. Committing to a high-profile free agent without considering the broader implications could create challenges down the line, but when aligned correctly, such moves can also accelerate the rebuilding process. Another dimension to consider is the potential impact of coaching hires. The Raiders' front office has emphasized the importance of aligning the quarterback decision with the right head coach. Coaching philosophy, experience in developing young quarterbacks, and offensive strategy all play a pivotal role in determining who the next franchise quarterback should be. A coach who can maximize a quarterback's strengths and create a system that enhances both passing and running options will be crucial. This is not just about personnel. It is about building a sustainable system where the quarterback, supporting cast, and coaching staff operate in unison. Hiring the right coach could turn a promising prospect into a transformative player, while the wrong hire could hinder development and stall progress. As discussions around trades, draft selections, and free agent signings continue, it is clear that the Raiders are at a crossroads. The choices made this offseason will have long-lasting implications. Selecting a quarterback like Fernando Mendoza may provide a blend of immediate impact and long-term upside, while pursuing someone like Lamar Jackson could push the team toward immediate contention at the cost of draft capital. Meanwhile, exploring free agent options such as Malik Willis offers a balance between experience and flexibility, but comes with a significant financial commitment. The Raiders' leadership must weigh each scenario carefully, balancing the desire for immediate success with the strategic goal of building a competitive franchise for the next decade. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The whispers around the league are getting louder, and they all point in the same direction. Something big may be forming in Las Vegas. According to growing speculation, the Raiders are closing in on a blockbuster move involving Aaron Donald, a name that alone changes the temperature of any defensive conversation. If the rumors materialize, the franchise could be on the verge of building what many are already daring to call Raider Wall 2.0. Donald's potential arrival would not just be another high-profile signing. It would be a statement. For years, the Raiders have searched for a true defensive identity, something intimidating enough to tilt game plans before the opening kickoff. Pairing Donald with the existing core would instantly transform a unit from a question mark into a nightmare scenario for opposing offenses. The idea of quarterbacks stepping into the pocket with Donald collapsing the interior is enough to make any offensive coordinator lose sleep. Around the league, scouts and executives are quietly debating how such a defense would even be attacked. Double teams are rarely enough against Donald, and sliding protection his way often opens chaos elsewhere. That domino effect is what fuels the excitement in Las Vegas. A dominant interior presence doesn't just rack up stats. It elevates everyone around him, turning solid defenders into difference makers and good schemes into suffocating ones. Fans are already dreaming about a return to the old Raiders mystique, when physicality and fear were part of the brand. A defense led by Aaron Donald would fit perfectly into that narrative, blending modern explosiveness with old-school menace. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the mere possibility has shifted expectations. If this move happens, the Raiders won't just be adding a superstar. They may be constructing a defensive wall that defines their future and reshapes how the league looks at them. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.